Welcome back to the All American Hoops Podcast, episode 103. As per usual, I'm joined by my younger brother, Matt Driscoll.
AH, always a pleasure. Very, very excited for this episode. Kind of a last-second guest to be brought on. Very excited. I'll let you introduce him, but
Absolutely, yeah. For the second time joining us, first time in a little over a year now. Finally joining us after the Thunder winning the finals. Tyler Krauser.
Thank you, Chris. AAH. It's nice to be back on the podcast again. It's been, a year and 4 months. I don't know how it's been this long, honestly. I've been itching to get back at this screen, and I'm excited to talk about some fun stuff today. So thank you.
Yeah, it shows you how, first of all, the fact that we invited you on 4 hours before,
Yep.
and also the fact that we didn't have you on after they won the title, just shows you how organized I've been the past year. So, don't take any offense to the fact that we did. I did invite you once when your phone was broken, actually.
That's true. I forgot.
That was the one time I invited you. But either way, we're super psyched to have you back on. Kind of in the beginning of the season. So there's obviously a lot to talk about, but however, some of it can get a little repetitive because oftentimes the theme is, oh, this guy's playing well. Let's see how it's going to trend towards it. But for now, before we start, happy birthday to Dean Wade, Grady Dick, Cody Williams, and Carlos Boozer. I was trying to get some no WNBA players, right? And Kostas Antetokounmpo as well. I was scrambling, so I couldn't do baseball and football beforehand. But if there's anyone if you're in the middle talking, if there's anyone notable, I'll make sure to give them a shout out. But regardless, awesome show ahead of us today.
Happy birthday, Joe Biden. I just want to throw that in there too, actually. 83rd birthday.
Yeah. I don't know that. Okay. Oh, good for.
I figured he belonged in there too with everybody. So
I don't even know how old he is. He got 82, maybe a little bit older. Who knows?
Yeah. 100.
103.
Yep. So obviously we're at the very beginning of the season. We're about a month down, maybe a little less than a month, maybe a little more than a month. I always forget the dates as to when it starts, but about a month down, and lots has happened so far in the season so far. We'll start off on a little bit of a glum note, given that we've had a ton. Given like the past week, it feels like we're getting a Shams notification about like at least twice a day now, saying like, oh, so and so is like injured his something. He's going to be reevaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. So obviously Wemby is going to be out for a few weeks now. Same thing, Giannis out for a couple weeks. Today we got the news that Domantas Sabonis is going to be out for a few weeks now. Lots of people are saying that he's already played his last game as a King. I don't know how credible that is, given I don't know how much his contract is. I'd imagine it's a max contract, but either way, I don't know what his deal is. Before we get into the specifics as to like which team is going to be affected the most, but I guess Tyler, the first thing I'll ask you is just like, what's your just like main takeaway from the injuries? And I'm not going to ask you why you think they're happening so much, because none of us are doctors here, but like just like overall, what do you think is up with the NBA? It's the problem with the injuries.
Well, I do think that in today's modern NBA in general, for the last 10, maybe 5 to 10 years or so, we've seen an uptick in injuries purely just because of the way that the game is played now, between the spacing, the pace, and the fact that bigger players are being asked to put more stress on some of these soft tissues, and a lot of transitional differences too, in terms of the way that teams are getting out on breaks. So it's not, I guess, super surprising to me. I think right now we're kind of just in a rut in this season. I think I read something earlier about how, and this was pretty important to me, it's that it's not necessarily that we're having more injuries, because if you look at the counting stats of just how many injuries we've dealt with this season, it's not any different than any other year. But what we are seeing a much bigger uptick in is how long players are missing because of these injuries. And I was looking at something, I think I'm looking at it now, sorry. It says the time lost for calf strains in the NBA is roughly 2 to 3 weeks, but 1 in 3 cases will miss more than 20 days, and 1 in 5 cases will miss more than 30 days. So I think partially it might be a mix of the pacing and the spacing making a difference in how many injuries are happening in general, but it's also the fact that coaches are resting their players and being safer. And it's sort of like load management is finding its way into this concept, because when you do get injured, actually you miss maybe more time than you used to. So I think that's another thing too.
Yeah. A lot of kind of just to extend on what Tyler was saying about the pace and stuff like that. And I mean, as a Thunder fan, you saw it firsthand. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Obviously, it's different. Game 7, people are going to try to play through injuries, and that's what Halliburton did. He played through a calf strain, and it led to a greater injury. So I think that's why players are kind of just taking it even safer than they usually are. But you mentioned the amount of possessions per game. Right now, last season, there were about 101 possessions per game per 48 minutes. And obviously, the game is just getting faster and more spaced out. But it hit a historical low in just the 1999 season where there was 88 possessions a game. So, more than 10 possessions a game, that adds up over time. And like you said, the bigger guys are being spread out, asked to do more, asked to run around a little more. But I don't really know how you fix it. Like, I don't see the NBA going to a slower paced game because I just think teams would continue to play as fast as they can. I think there's just going to be more load management and more precaution as we get, more and more research on certain injuries that have been affecting players, like these soft tissue injuries and these calf strains and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really know how to combat it. I mean, they tried to combat the load management by the 65 game rule for all the awards and MVPs, stuff like that. But I think they might lower that because of all the seriousness of the injuries. Like you said, Tyler, it's not an uptick in the number of injuries, just like the seriousness of it. But maybe they'll lower it to 60 games. I don't know what the next step is for the NBA, but I am jealous of Adam Silver being the commissioner of the league sometimes, but other times when it comes to issues like this, I'm not very jealous at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not jealous of Adam Silver in the slightest. Obviously, I'm jealous of his money. I'm not jealous of anything else, honestly. Yeah, that's because he lives a much harder life than us outside of money. Which, granted, that's a very big part of life, but yeah, everything else is pretty hard for him. Yeah, I agree with everything that you guys said. Obviously, just the whole like pace and space has obviously made players it wears their body out a lot more. The idea that the 65 game rule I think is interesting. Obviously, like those that were opposed to it from the start are of course going to take a victory lap and say like, oh, see, look what happened. Like all these players getting injured now. I don't think that rule really made players more injured. Like outside of Embiid the first season, like maybe pushing through that injury, but even then he's always been a guy who gets injured. This is part like the one time that he played through an injury. So I don't think there's ever been a time, at least like, none that I can think of, where like a player, like the reason that a player ended up getting injured was because he ended up playing too many games. So, but is it like a valid criticism where you say like, okay, this guy's going to be out for a month, maybe 6 weeks, and then he's going to come back, and hypothetically, if he comes back and leads his team to the playoffs, he shouldn't get any recognition. So like that's like a valid criticism, is that a guy who plays in 58 to 60 games is more valuable to a guy who played 75 games. So like that is a valid criticism in that, especially if we're talking injuries as well. So that's the thing there. But in my opinion, I don't know, and I don't, maybe this doesn't apply to this year, but I feel like it applies to injuries and load management in general. I feel like it's the most untalked about issue in general, and the NBA can do nothing about this. This is a cultural thing, and it's something that's going to take at least a generation or two to change. And that is that this generation of NBA players is more worn down when they enter the league than in any generation before. You have 18-year-olds who have been playing 3, 4, maybe even 5 games a weekend for months at a time, practice 4 or 5 days, maybe not practice 4 or 5 days a week, unless I'm sure there are some. Actually, no, there are. Yeah, 5 days a week for school, for sure. So it's and that's not to say that like the teenagers weren't working hard back in the day, but more than ever today, players are expected to play for an AAU team. They're expected to play for their school team, and maybe even some on the side may play for like either like a travel team, or they work out on the side. They invest more into their body than ever before. And I was about to say some of that is good. I don't think it's a good thing that we're constantly asking 14, 15, 16, 17-year-olds to just go all out with their athletic performance. Is it good that they keep themselves in shape? Yes. However, they would have done that anyway. Like they would have been working out in a more healthy way, by just constantly wearing themselves out. That by the time they're 27, 28, they say like, no, I'm not going to play in 82 games in the NBA. Like I'm going to be way too tired. Which I know a lot of the old heads push back and say like, oh, what do you mean they're too tired? Everyone else played 82 games. Yeah, but the difference is they didn't play. They haven't been playing. I keep on saying 14, but Matt, I feel like there were people like on your Mid Monmouth Draft basketball team. I feel like guys when they were younger than you, they were playing like hours at a time every weekend. So
yeah, I played a very like low level of travel basketball, and we still practice multiple times a week. And I mean, it's just getting worse today, like with how intense the practices are and stuff like that. But yeah, I played an extremely low level. Our team was very bad, and we still played, I would say, 4 times a week, like an hour or 2 a day. So
yeah, and in some cases you have double headers. Like definitely the AAU teams have like 2, maybe even 3 games a day.
yeah, tournaments they start in the morning, and you could play all day.
Yeah, honestly. So, and again, the NBA can do nothing about this. I don't know. I don't know who would have to change this in order to make it happen. But regardless, yeah, like that's my take of the day is, it's not the NBA players' faults. It's not even the NBA GM's faults. It's the faults of how we are as a culture and expecting kids since they're 12 years old to just give their life to basketball. I'll actually give a shout out to none of us played varsity basketball at this level, but Coach Andrew Bildo, who became famous 2 years ago from the buzzer beater shots. For every freshman tryout, he would say, play in other sports. It's the obviously basketball is great, and you want to play as much as you can, but play another sports and make yourself more well-rounded. Basketball players can't do that today. They have to play basketball year round, and I think that's not only bad for not only bad for the development. I think it's bad for society as well.
I agree. I think when you look at like the modern stars now, well, I guess not modern, but LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, the guys that are playing into their late 30s, early 40s, and still remaining in their prime, which I think we're kind of in sort of like a new era with that. We have yet to see the serious commonality of like every star that we grew up with some exceptions, like I guess Westbrook, maybe Chris Paul, but like Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, James Harden, LeBron, Kevin Durant, all these guys that we grew up with are in their mid to late 30s, sometimes early 40s, and still like pretty damn good. And I think we're hitting a peak when it comes to that. And everything that you're talking about where kids are getting worn down from the moment they're 10 years old, I think that we're going to see a dip, and that we're currently at the peak of as long as players are going to be able to play. Because I think when you look at guys like Ant, SGA, Giannis, some of the newer stars, LaMelo is a great example. Yeah. Mm-hmm. By the time they're in their late 30s, they're going to be – there's just only so much you can put on the human body. And I think, we're in kind of like a pandemic of that right now where these kids just aren't going to last very long. It's sad to say, but.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree with part of that. Like you said, like Chris Paul, I mean, he has slowed down, but it's so ridiculous that he's, in year 22 in the NBA. Like we haven't seen that until this era. But I think like as more and more research gets done, specifically with like the Achilles injuries and stuff like that, I think it'll be easier to come back from these injuries. But
yeah, that's true.
Maybe that will help extend their careers. Hopefully with Tatum's Achilles injury, but we'll see. But I wonder if it's, this is like the peak of, it's kind of just like the right timing of, how much people put into their bodies and like time and effort, and then like the pace of the game and how much they played growing up. If we kind of hit a peak with that, and then the people coming in now are just going to go back to playing like 10, 13 years.
Yeah. And of course the technology always gets better, but at a certain point it could just outweigh it. I mean, like I said, there's only so much you could put on the human body with the wear and tear. The torn Achilles, it's like you can do as much research as you want, but just wearing your body down over the course of 15 years is really hard to undo. So yeah, I agree with you, but it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough.
Yeah, I mean, and then you see like there's an increase in Achilles injuries now than there was back then because they started doing, I forget like what the actual name of the step is, but it's like the 0 step or whatever, where you're you push off of your back foot. Like they do that more in this league now. Like
the trap.
Who's to say?
It's a trap.
Well, yeah. Who's to say that in like 5 years there's not another like jab or move that they come up with that leads to more injuries like that? So
Yeah, 100%. It's the dynamic movement that's I think the biggest contributor of all the injuries now. Because they talk about the game being more physical back then, but players were less injured, so it really doesn't make any sense. But
Yeah.
it does make sense when you look at the way that they play. So
Yeah.
you have
Yeah,
Wendell.
my dad's always like, "Oh, Kevin McHale played in the playoffs with a broken foot. Like no one would do that today." Yeah, they wouldn't be able to. They would be played off the court today.
Yeah, exactly.
The pace is too much.
It would look terrible. That's exactly.
And Kevin McHale played for like 10 seasons and made one first league All NBA. He shouldn't have played on. He shouldn't have played on the broken foot. Maybe he would have been known, looked upon better today if he took better care of himself.
Might have played for 13 years. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Good stuff. By the way, happy birthday to JD Drew, former Met Amador Rosario, and future Met Tariq Skubal, by the way.
Nice.
And to Zach Martin, one of the best offensive linemen of all time.
Oh yeah.
Not Zach Martin from Sweet Love of Zach and Cody. The real Zach Martin, not the one on TV.
And Joe Biden.
Yes, and Joe
Biden.
Yes.
Wonder
Good stuff, guys.
if Ahmed Rosario and Joe Biden are celebrating together, or if they're kind of doing their own thing.
I don't think Joe Biden knows it's his birthday.
That's one thing I wasn't expecting from this podcast is to hear is if you would have like if you know how like in the Nerd Sesh videos where like people will like comments under like the two of them go off topic all the time and someone will comment under. I forgot what someone would say. They say like oh I just put like $20 on like them mentioning whoever and then like it's a weird thing. So like me, I wish I said like, oh, I wonder if Ahmed Rosario and Joe Biden are hanging out tonight on a basketball podcast. Yeah.
Haven't watched this podcast yet, but if they mention Ahmed Rosario and Joe Biden's birthday, I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah, you watch AAH podcast. that kind of stuff.
Amazing. All right, so now with this all being said, so every week, every Monday night, I've been posting a TikTok every week. I've been saying here are my top 5 MVP candidates, and for the most part, it's been pretty consistent. Actually, at least the top 3 have been consistent, and then number 4. Now that a certain person has gotten healthy, it's probably going to remain. I'm thinking it's going to remain consistent for the top 4, and then the 5 is really where it's up in the air. So, trying to think of a way we go about this. Whenever we do a list, we usually do a countdown one at a time. So I'm thinking we're going to continue on with that, and then we'll probably do honorable mentions after that. I'm thinking you guys, I feel like, or should we do honorable mentions first? What do you think? Honorable mentions first, or do you do it after?
I think honorable mentions first kind of spoils the top 5 in a way.
I agree. Yes. Yes. So we'll do that. We'll do that later. So, yeah, posted my most recent one Monday. It is different from what it was before, mainly just because of I'm kind of projecting, but I'm also kind of but I'm also trying to just think of something else. But yeah, but regardless, yeah, I think we'll start now. We'll go Ty, you'll go first, then Matt, then me, and then we'll just do 5. Yeah, this won't take too long. Obviously, it's only 5 people, not 10. But yeah, so Tyler, if you had a ballot, who would take place in your 5th place for MVP?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Is this based on if the season ended right now, who would you vote for? Is this a projection?
It's based on who we would vote for today, technically. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so it's not a projection.
5 even more.
It's based on who we would vote on today, I think. Yes.
So the 65 game rule doesn't apply, like.
No.
Okay.
Who would that apply to?
Like Wemby's out for a couple weeks now.
Well, but if you're voting today,
that was
the question.
Hence why I asked that question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. None of these guys would be. Hang on. None of these. Yeah, I was going to say, damn, yeah, none of the guys are going to be eligible. None of them have played 65 games yet. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't know if it was like, will they make 65 games this year? Because Wemby won't. Giannis, I don't know.
Is Wemby going to be out for too many games? Really?
Probably.
Is it?
He's out for a month.
No, it's 4 weeks.
It's 4 weeks. Damn.
Yeah.
Wow. Right. Okay. I guess that's why we're talking about injuries. That sucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we're voting today, Wemby is my 5th. I think he has partially that's a bit of a projection also. That's kind of how I had it mapped out, was just that I know if I'm not even considering the 65 games, I still think him getting hurt is kind of a knock on him. I believe he's third in a stacked West, which, for the Spurs is also, they're really outperforming their they're way ahead of schedule, I should say. And obviously he's the best defensive player on the planet. He has taken a little bit of a step back. He came out of the gates looking like really living up to the name Alien. I've never seen anything like that in my life. And every game is also super loud. So it's very easy to know how well he's playing, even statistics aside. I feel like when he has 40 points, everybody knows he has 40 points because he has a half-court three and a 360 dunk in the same game, and he's 7'5". So right now, I think he's slotting in at number 5 for me. But it is, man, there's some serious honorable mentions in there because
absolutely, yeah,
especially with the time missed, it's going to be weird. But I think as of right now, November 20th, 2025, he's gonna make the top 5. So for the lack of stats, but yeah, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I agree with Tyler. Wemby's also my number 5. If the season ended today, my list is different because I thought we were doing it based on projections. But nonetheless, leads the league in defensive rebounds, leads the league in blocks. It's only his 3rd year, and he's averaging 26. How many rebounds? 26, 13, 4 assists, and 4 blocks a game, and a steal. He's truly, I mean, it's ridiculous. I have him on my dynasty team, which is awesome. But huge Wemby guy, number 5. He was 1,200 to open the season, plus 1,200. I know this isn't a gambling podcast, but he was plus 1,200 to open the season to win MVP. It was my value bet of the year. I didn't take it because I was scared. And I mean, I guess it's a good thing because he's not going to hit 65 games. But Wemby's my number 5.
I mean, Matt, we literally did 2 episodes about guessing the over/under. So I would say we're not too pro gambling, but I wouldn't necessarily say we're exactly progressive with that. I get having Wemby at 5. Don't get me wrong. I don't have him in my top 5. Mainly just because it's been a small sample size, and also there was like a 4-game stretch where he put together some stinkers. Where like the other guys on the list, I feel like they really didn't have any bad games yet. Wemby's had a couple. So, but that being said, his peaks have been higher than just about anyone. So, I don't blame you guys at all putting him at 5. But in my 5 spot, I actually have Cade Cunningham. The Pistons have been on fire. Have they lost? Have they lost like their losing streak yet? Yeah,
11 in a row.
11 in a row. Yeah. So, obviously, yeah, the Pistons are a great team. JB Bickerstaff is one of the best coaches in the league. It looks like he's currently the favorite to win. Jalen Duren is having an all-star-esque season. Even though
Nash Jenkins, St. John's legend.
St. John's
stepping
legend.
it up.
Absolutely. Yeah. People were expecting Jaden Ivey to be that second best player, but he hasn't really played yet. So, Jalen Duren has been the guy to step up, though. But that being said, none of that would be possible without Cade Cunningham. So maybe it's a bit of a team award, kind of like how Donovan Mitchell got 5th place last year because of the Cavs winning 64 games. But that being said, I also think that Cade's been a little better than D Mitch was last year. So Cade gets Cade. Yeah, his advanced stats haven't really been as big, which I know both myself and the voters usually look into. But if your team is doing that good, and you're doing a big carry job, I'm going to put you in my top 5. So definitely Cade Cunningham is in my 5 spot.
Cade Cunningham, not a gambling podcast, but Cade Cunningham is 5th on the MVP odds right now per FanDuel. I mean, it's plus 8,000, so they think one of the top 3 guys are going to win, but still. Also, we're talking about gambling. The Wizards over is dead. I took them at 20.5 to season total. They were 1-1 to start the year, then have lost 11 straight, including 1 game to the Nets. I think once you lose to the Nets, any over...
They can't win 20 games.
It's dead. It's dead.
Oh my!
No further questions.
It's been a month.
It's dead.
That is insane.
We're already moving on. We're on to bigger and better things. The Wizards stink. They're my sleeper team this year, and they've proved me wrong.
I'm sorry about that, Matt.
We'll talk about it more when we get to Alex Sarr and our top 3 MVP combo.
So, Ty and Matt had Wemby at 5. I had Cade at 5. Tyler, who do you have at 4?
So I have Cade at 4. I think mainly because.
Wow, okay.
So I think if the season ended right now, if the Pistons actually ended up as the first seed in the East, it's really, really hard to argue against that.
Yes.
And the fact that to me, outside of Nikola Jokic, obviously, but I don't know if I can think of another player that provides the same. I guess Luka would be the other one, but in terms of an offensive engine that's able to supply you the scoring and the playmaking, he is a one-man offense in the way that only, as I just mentioned, 2 of the top 4 players in the NBA are. That to me stands out a lot. His efficiency, of course, it leaves a little bit to be desired. He is 53% true shooting on the season, so definitely could tally that up a little bit more. But that being said, he's also in his 4th or 5th season, so that'll grow as he gets older. But yeah, I think again, if this was a projection thing, he might be out of my top 5, to be honest. But I have to have him at 4 because I can't disrespect the guy that's number 1 in the East. Granted, it's not a great East, but that being said, he's on an 11-game winning streak. He's averaging 27 and 10. You know, he's the 3rd best offensive engine in the NBA, I think, and he's on the best team in the East. I think that's all that really needs to be said. I think number 4 is even maybe a little bit underselling for him, to be honest.
Ooh.
The fact that they have 2 losses is really like a lot. They're a game behind the Thunder.
Yeah.
And the Thunder, granted, as a Thunder guy, their schedule really hasn't been very hard. So the Pistons have arguably a more impressive record than the Thunder right now. So you can't say much about them right now. So that's
Yeah, I like the Cade respect. He did not make my top 5. I would say he was either I think 6th on my list. If it was a projection, I would have had him on my list. But yeah, just because I think he's gonna meet the 65 game threshold, and I think he's gonna finish a top 2 or 3 seed in the East. But my number 4 is Giannis Antetokounmpo. For the 4th straight year right now, he's leading the league in 2-pointers attempted and 2-pointers made, and field goals attempted. Sorry, field goals made. He's making 12 shots a game. He's averaging 31 points a game, 11 rebounds and 7 assists, and a block and a steal. And like, I get the Bucks are only a game over 500. They did start a little better than they have been playing recently. But like, I said this at the beginning of the year. If you look at like a picture of the Bucks roster and then just cover Giannis, they look like they're like the 12th seed in the East. Like they're a horrible, horrible team without him. Granted, a lot of guys are stepping up. Like Ryan Rollins is playing better. He made a little bit of a leap that people didn't expect. But I mean, if you're talking about Ryan Rollins making a leap on your team, your roster isn't that great. Giannis is like, his numbers, like looking at his Basketball Reference is ridiculous. He's gotten MVP votes every single year since 2016, 2017. And he's going to get MVP votes again this year if he, meets the 65 game mark. But I mean, he's truly one of the best players in our generation. He's one of the greatest players of all time. I think he's becoming a little underrated in all-time talks. And that's as a guy who's, has had his fair share of Giannis slander throughout the years. But Giannis would be my 4. If the Bucks record was better, I would have him over maybe the guy that's 3rd on my list. But the guy that's 3rd on my list, numbers are a little better and is currently on a better team in a better division. So Giannis is at number 4 for me.
I'd imagine you don't have to answer this now, but I'm not going to ask it actually. But we're gonna all have different guys at 4th spot. At my 4th spot, I do have Luka Doncic. He's been obviously when he's on the court, he's playing like one of if not the best players in the league. Scoring has been absolutely off the charts. Playmaking has been awesome as well. When the Lakers have been playing, he's been winning. So obviously LeBron has been out, so that's been a big plus for him. But also Austin Reeves playing at an All NBA level has been bonkers. DeAndre Ayton looking much better than people expected. Marcus Smart again playing like one of the best defenders in the league, according to metric. I don't know if it's defensive LeBron or another metric, but Marcus Smart is playing at an A+ level again, which is very sad.
If Marcus Smart is leading the metric, then it's the best defensive metric that there is.
That is correct. That is correct. So Lakers have been looking good, and though Luka has missed a couple games, which is why I do have him a little lower, because he has missed those games. But that being said, he's been filthy to start the season, and you really couldn't ask him to do much more. So Tyler has Cade at 4, Matt has Giannis, I have Luka. Tyler, who do you have at 3?
I have Luka Doncic at 3 for pretty much the same reasons across the board of what you just said. I mean, 35 a game was ridiculous. I think, yeah, that 11 games so far in the season does knock him down a little bit. But I know this isn't a projection, but I do think he will meet the 65 games. And
I agree.
I think he'll do it with flying colors. I don't really see him going down. So, yeah, 35 and on 62% true shooting. It's crazy to say this, but in today's NBA, I guess there's a couple guys that make that number not as ridiculous as it should be.
I saw a graphic the other day. It's like someone had like a 60, like it was like all the star players, and like if it was like the green one was high, like someone had like a 60. I don't know if it was 59 or like early 60s, and like it was like yellow. I'm like, what do you mean 60 is yellow? Like it's always
right, exactly.
Like, what do you? Yeah, it's green. Like,
and I think that is a point that really needs to be hit when we're talking about this top 5 list. Is that I saw a tweet recently, and it was that they didn't think that there's ever been a time in the NBA where the top 4 or 5 players have been this good. And it's an interesting concept because statistically, it's pretty easy to make that argument because of the type of NBA that we're in right now, where it's record high efficiency, record high assist to turnover ratios. Everybody just seems to be making the right decision at all times and executing on those decisions. Right. So I've always been a big sort of, you can only compare players to their predecessors kind of guy. I don't really like looking at modern stats and comparing them to old stats. I'd rather compare you to how everybody else was in your era. So that's why I don't think that the top 5 players in the NBA right now are the best 5 players that have ever been in a season at once. But that being said, the fact that Luka Doncic is averaging 35 a game on 62% true shooting and he's 3rd on this MVP list is ridiculous. But I think these other 2 guys that I have ahead of him are just in another stratosphere right now. And if they didn't exist, I think Luka Doncic would be the 2nd unanimous MVP ever, because him and Cade, for me, is such a gap, and Luka's having a ridiculous season. But unfortunately, there's 2 other guys out west that are just, doing crazy things. So, yeah, I got Luka at 3.
So, yeah, I wasn't. Go ahead, Chris. No, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I was going to say it's hard to make the argument that Jokic, Giannis, Shea, and Luka are better than LeBron, Steph, KD, and Kawhi were in 2017. If you want to also argue Harden and Russ instead, but I'm talking, but like as far as your abilities, I think you're gonna have a hard time making that argument. But that being said, like far more people have like, what's the word? Like I guess I don't know if mastered is like too strong a word. Like mastered the game of basketball, to where like you said, like they don't make mistakes. But so either way, it's tough. But like. I think on Mars from Player Choice, like Player Choice made like a point about this a few weeks ago, where he said like obviously yes, like you said, like it's better to compare players based on who they were playing with. But that being said, like if you drop Jason Tatum in the 80s, like this is someone who's finished top 6 in MVP voting for the past 4 years and has been overall just like one of the most well put together players of all time. He would be unequivocally a top 3 player in the league in the 80s. Like that wouldn't be close.
But that's the thing. To me, Jason Tatum would be by far the best player in the NBA if he was in the 80s. And that's hard for me to make that argument, is like everybody's so much better now. They're so much better at everything. I know you guys probably watched Jimmy High Roller, I would assume. He made a video recently on how Jokic has literally beaten the sport of basketball. And I agree. Like when you watch him, the only time he makes mistakes is like he's off on a floater or something. Like mentally, there is no mistake. He has figured out a counter for every single thing that you can run into in basketball. And I think that the mental side of it, that's what has hit this astronomical peak that I don't know if ever we'll be able to get past it. I mean, everybody's just so damn smart nowadays. So yeah, I can't look at Dr. J's stats in the early 80s and compare him to anybody in the NBA right now. It's impossible, because who they're playing also matters. I mean, everybody's so much more skilled.
100%.
So
yeah, it's very hard to compare eras. When you said you can only compare them to each other, I thought Chris was going to get up and start dancing. He was so excited. But I also have Luka at my 3. I mean, you guys mentioned everything. Like Chris, you mentioned LeBron being at help Luka's stats. I mean, I do agree, but we thought LeBron was going to miss a couple games at the beginning of the year when we were talking about their over/under, and we still thought they were just going to be like a 500 team. They're 11-4. I mean, granted, it is early; they can still be a 500 team if they run into some issues. But I mean, to put up these numbers and to be fourth in a stacked West is extremely impressive. And like Tyler said, it's ridiculous that he's third on this list and not one, but he's definitely third on this list in my opinion. So he's at my 3.
Good stuff. Yeah, I'm at 3. Yeah, Matt and I have it in reversed. I do have Giannis. Everything that Matt said earlier, the Bucks are. I think I'm sure like outside of like the Wizards and like I guess maybe the Jazz or anything else. I think the Miles Turner is easily a bottom 5 second option in the league. I think that's pretty easy to say. I don't know about that actually. Maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but like I feel like Turner is a bad second option, but like a really good third option. But like so maybe that was a little harsh. But you know what? I'll let me clarify myself. Whoever the Bucks' third option is, they are probably the worst in the league. Let's I feel like that's a better. Yeah, whether you say it's Kuzma or Rollins, whichever you want to say. Yeah, they're probably the worst third option. Although Derek White's making a pretty good argument for that right now. Actually. We love you, Derek. But Giannis has just been carrying that team. Only 1 to 2 weeks he's going to be out for. So yeah, I think he shouldn't have a problem getting the 65 game rule as well. But just overall consistency that we've seen from Giannis all the years. He's gone very under the radar, and yeah, easily top 3 player in the sports, and it's been like that for pushing a decade now. Which that I feel like that's gone pretty underappreciated as well.
I agree, and that's why he's not in my top 5. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but that was my biggest snub by far. That was really hard to leave him out, but I just, with the current state of these teams, 8 and 7, you said something that occurred to me. When you look at the roster and you cover up Giannis, they'd be a 12 seed. They're an 8 seed.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean? Like, It's not like he's really causing that much of a jump. And that's it's like pissing me off because I don't get it. Like, he averages 31, 12, and 7 on 67 true shooting. And he's also one of the best defensive players on the planet. It's so hard to leave him off the list, but man, the team success is just like, I don't understand it.
You need team success.
17 Thunder were better, like in terms of win percentage. Like, and and Russ was way worse than Giannis is right now. So like that, it's crazy. I don't really understand how there's.
It's also in the East too. It's not in like the West
and
either.
It's in the East, exactly. So I don't get it, and that's why he's not on my top 5. But I completely understand why he's in your guys's.
Yeah,
figured I would cover that real quick.
So are we on 2?
Yeah, are we moving to 2? You want me to keep going?
So I would assume that we all had the same 1 and 2. So how about whoever it is? Why don't you just give the case for why you have either Shea over Jokic or Jokic over Shea? Let's do that.
Yeah, sure. So drum roll. I actually have Mr. Foulbaiter Oraman at number 2.
Okay.
Because I think it is unequivocally true that Jokic might be the best player that's ever walked the planet. I mean, if you look at some of these advanced stats, at least offensively, I should say offensively, if you look at some of these advanced stats in that same Jimmy High Roller video that I was referring to earlier, box plus minus, and I'm not one to be a huge advanced stats like nerd out kind of guy where I think that they're like above all, but there is something to be said about how Shea is having the type of season he's having, Luka's having the type of season he's having. They're both 2 and 3 in box plus minus. They're around like the 12 to 13 range. Jokic has a 20. He has a 20, which like when you actually look at that mapped out, and that's why I love Jimmy High Roller. He puts everything in like chart form. When you have that mapped out on a chart and you see all the best players in the league, like right next to each other, there's a little bit of a drop off into the all-star caliber. And then there's a little bit of a drop off into the role player caliber. And then Jokic has a bigger gap on number 2 than number 2 has on like number 200. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
It doesn't make any sense, frankly. And we've covered it. I've covered it multiple times on this podcast so far. But the guy doesn't make mistakes. He's probably the best offensive player I've ever seen. And he does it while being a fat lard he can't jump 10 inches off the ground, which makes it even more awesome, in my opinion. I know it's not that fun to watch, and it's honestly his 55-point game was like boring, but when you look at it, it's one of the most hyper-efficient 55-point games of all time, and he also is the best playmaker on the planet. I mean, I could go on and on about this guy. It doesn't make any sense. I love SGA, obviously. I think the Thunder, this might be my only time to talk about the Thunder, so I'm going to cover them real quick. This Thunder team may be the best team ever. I mean, let me say the most dominant team ever, at least in the regular season. I mean, the fact that they're not beating teams just to beat teams the way that even the Warriors were in 2016. I mean, they are demolishing everybody in their sights. They're, I think, 3 points ahead of the all-time differential record, which was set by them last year. Granted, we're 16 games into the season, but I'm still going to run with it. 16 points per game beating the other team. I mean, it's insane. And Jokic is still number one
and without their second best player too. I mean, that should what'd you say?
I said I was agreeing without their second best player.
Yeah, without their second best player. And I mean, I agree with Tyler. I have Jokic at my one. Shea's averaging 32, 7 assists, 5 boards, 1.5 steals, and a block.
Quarters.
And he's not even playing the fourth quarters. Jokic is averaging 29, 13 boards, 11 assists, 1.7 steals. I know he's not great on defense. He's shooting 64% from the field and 40% from three. It's like, oh, how many threes is he taking a game? He's taking 4 threes a game. Like, it's not like he's not taking threes.
Shooting is 73.6. Like, that's what I mean when I say Luka having 62 is like, it's 11% less than Jokic.
His box plus minus, Tyler, you overrated it a little bit. It's not 20. It's 18.6 right now. So it fell off a little bit.
That was maybe a week ago. My apologies.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, I'm all for most valuable, who to take him off the team, who's the most valuable, but to a point, it's like who's the best player in the league should kind of win MVP. And he's the best player in the league. So I have Jokic at one.
Yeah.
So, this feels like an appropriate time to make my my announcements. So, and the reason that I'm making the announcement is because I'm super frustrated with what's being said right now, because everything you said is 100% accurate, which is why no, it's not big deal, but it's so I'm sure you guys know House of Highlights has their segment 10 haters versus 1 fan every week. So I was made word today that I will be on the panel of haters for going up against the Nikola Jokic fans. So
oh my gosh, let's go.
Yes, thank you. Yes, so so I'm super psyched about that. However, I couldn't agree more with what you guys were saying, and I went out for it just because I'm like, this will be a good opportunity, and Jokic fans, some of them overrated him a little bit. As far as it goes from all time list, people think he's better than Shaq. No, he's not, but he's playing at that level now. So it is going to be damn near impossible to go up and not look like a goddamn idiot.
What are the claims going to be? What can you even say about him? That's not.
I think
so. It's just I think they're going to say he's he's top 3 or top 5 center all time.
Okay.
They'll say 2023 Jokic is one of the best carry jobs of all time. I'm sure he's going to be one of them. He's the best European player all time, which again is true, but I'm gonna fight against it, obviously, because that's gonna be my job for the day. But
you don't even think that you're arguing. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know, Chris. There were a couple options. I don't know if we're allowed. If they're
Go. Yeah, you're allowed to say. Yeah, it's public. Yeah. So yeah.
There was. It was one Knicks fan versus a bunch of Knicks haters. One Carmelo Anthony fan versus a bunch of Melo haters. And I'm like, those would be way easier for you than defending Nikola Jokic.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because the night before, I was really prepping all night long. I was like, okay, I'm gonna one for Melo, and then I hop on the call, and the person doing the casting, she's like, okay, so we have 3 options. We have Melo, Jokic, or Caitlin Clark. And I wanted to say, because I wanted to say because I didn't want to say, I'm only doing Melo, nothing else. I wanted to show that I'm open. So I said oh yeah, I'll do Jokic, but I wasn't going to say I'll do Caitlin Clark because I'm like, what am I going to say about Caitlin Clark? I don't know anything. Yeah, So I can do Jokic too. Which there are some things to pick apart about his game, or historically, not today. You can't pick apart anything about his game today. I figured because the reason I'm shaking my head and saying rolling my eyes at what you guys are saying is because yes, everything you're saying is 100% right, which is why it's going to be impossible to
well, that's why I was asking. It being historic makes way more sense because currently I don't know what the hell you can say about him that's
I'm sure there's gonna be a couple things current. Yeah, like I'm sure he's gonna say like, oh, he's the best player in the league. Which again, like maybe you can go up and say like, oh, I think that Shea's better. I think that Giannis is better because of this. That's probably that's incorrect in my opinion. Like that's the point of the debate show. Like you can do that. So like that's So like that's what my job is going to be. So like even though like multiple videos I've showed how big a fan of Jokic I am, but however I'm definitely gonna put my hater hat on for that though. So
the Driscolls have trouble with that, putting their hater hat on every once in a while, you know.
We hate that. But I guess I'll put Jokic at 1, mainly just because obviously he's just been playing flawless basketball. It seems like as of late. Last year I went with Shea for my MVP mainly just because the Thunder were having an historic season, and usually I'm very anti don't vote on precedent, vote on how they were playing this year. So given that Jokic probably had a better argument for MVP last year than Shea as far as it goes for looking at advanced stats, if it's neck and neck, it'll probably go to Jokic again, just because it'll be like, because some people think he was robbed in 2023, some people thought he was robbed last year, so maybe they'll give it to him again, especially if the Nuggets are high in the standings, like if they finished second or third. I don't know what the voters are thinking, but like I know that's what the narrative is going to be. So I'm interested to see how what works out there.
Yeah, I think since Jokic is getting so much love, the one thing I will say about Shea is if I were to make an argument for him, I think one of the number one things when you look at like historical MVP winners, anybody that like knows ball, I know that's a very subjective statement, but most people that really, really watch basketball a lot and understand the history of it, the majority of the time, the best MVPs ever and the majority of MVPs that are won by anybody go to ceiling raisers. And I think there's a really big difference between floor raisers and ceiling raisers. And right now, Shea is having one of the best ceiling raising runs of any player ever, frankly. And Jokic is having one of the best floor raising runs of anybody ever. And I think without Jokic, everybody says this, the Nuggets would be borderline not a playoff team, and I completely agree with that. And maybe if you take Shea off the Thunder, they're still potentially a top 5-4 team in the West. But that being said, when he is on the team, they don't lose. I mean, they are like, I've already said it. I mean, they win the games by an average of 16 points per game. So, and that to me, that ceiling raising aspect there's an argument for it. And I think that as amazing as Jokic is, I'm not saying he should be unanimous, but history tells us that raising a ceiling is more important than raising a floor when it comes to being the most valuable player. And I think that's what happened last year. Because Jokic, you could have made the same, like Chris, you said it. Like statistically, Jokic should have won MVP last year, 100%. And he was my MVP. But I'm not surprised Shea got it. That's kind of where I'm at right now. It's very Jordan.
It's an interesting argument. I don't think I've ever thought of it that way, but I mean, I do agree with it. I mean, you look at the last MVP that was like a elite floor raiser. I mean,
it was Russ.
Yeah, I was going to say Russ. That's why you see all these MVPs are in top 3 seeds. So
also Jokic, in 2021 or 2021, 2022, 2022 they were the 6th seed.
Yeah, when he was a 6th seed, whatever year that was.
2022, it was 2022 they were the 6th seed.
And they're the only, as far as I know, they're the only 2 6-seed MVPs ever.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So that just goes to show. And all the other ones, by the way, there's never been a 5th seed MVP, and there's never been a 4th seed MVP.
It's all top 3.
It's all top 3 other than 2 seasons. So that's kind of my point. And that's, to me, when people say like team record shouldn't matter in MVP, it does, because you're making that team now at another upper echelon of teams rather than taking a 13 seed to it's the same thing with Giannis. Like I said before, 12 seed to 8 seed
100%.
is less important to me than making a 70 win team out of maybe a 50 win team. So,
all right, good stuff.
Cool.
So,
no
worries. Yes. So now, it feels like this is a good safety net. Whenever I'm scrambling in my head. Okay, what should we talk about tonight? I always love the top 10 trivia questions. So I think I'll do the first one. I know that Tyler said before the call that he has one of mine. If you still do, that's completely fine. we'll definitely do that.
Honestly, didn't find one. So
Oh, you didn't find one. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I have two in front of me though. Yeah. The first one has nothing to do with. Yeah, it's absolutely zero with what we had talking about today. But can you guys tell me the top 10 assists, a total assists of the 2000s?
So is this? I did want to ask: is this like a cooperative thing where we're working together to get the list, or are we like counting?
You're working together. Yeah.
That's
All right.
fun.
It's so fun.
No, I'm just kidding.
So since the year 2000.
Since the 1999-2000 season, yes.
Okay, I'll go number one. Or I'll guess first one. LeBron James.
LeBron James is not on the list.
So this is, I think, so it's 2000 to 2010, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think he thought it was since 2000.
Oh no. 2000,
Yeah.
2010.
When I asked, is this
He did
since
ask
2000?
that.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
He did ask that.
No, my bad. Yeah.
You can get your guess back.
All right, so it's 2000
To
to
2010.
Jason Kidd.
Jason Kidd is number 1 on the list.
Okay. I'm just going to piggyback off that. Steve Nash has got to be in there.
Steve Nash is number 2 on the list.
Yep.
Let me think. Sorry, Tyler. You can keep guessing if you have people too. By the way,
Oh, this isn't like a.
I don't think it's back.
I mean, I'm going to
It
go
doesn't
Chris
need-
Paul. I think Chris Paul probably still is in there.
No, Chris Paul's dropped in like 2000. What was it? 2006 probably. Or no,
2005.
2005,
2004, but I thought maybe he would still sneak in there, honestly.
Yeah, me too. All right. Let's think of like guards from that era. I guess like because
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it. Yeah.
mainly just point guards were racking up assists then.
And specifically players that actually played in all 10 of those seasons. That's a super important.
Tony Parker.
Tony Parker is not on the list. Hang on, I'm trying to find it. Like I have those written in front of me, but it's because I'd be able to provide context for you. But
Mark Jackson.
Oh yeah,
No.
Gotta be.
not on the list.
Really? When did he retire? He probably retired in like 06 or something, 05. And this is such a weird time period for point guards.
Yeah, we're definitely
This
forgetting some.
Is
horrible
Terrell
ones.
Brandon there?
He's not, but he was very high in the.
It's a great shout.
Would have been a good pull. Would have been,
Yeah.
I had to go for it.
Is Baron Davis on this list, Chris?
Baron Davis is number 4 on the list.
Wow. Okay.
Dancing with the Stars legend.
Yep.
Man, okay, so
Let's think of who.
I mean, now I'm just thinking of like high usage guys.
Chauncey Billups.
Chauncey Billups is number 8 on the list.
Nice.
Who was the point guards on those Laker teams
Dude,
with Kobe?
like Derek Fisher.
Was
They
called
had
Thunder legend.
In the late 2000s, didn't they have Jordan Farmar?
Yeah, I don't think he's on this list though.
Yeah, I don't think he is either. But
So when it was Spurs, I mean the Spurs was Manu and Tony Parker. I'm shocked Tony Parker isn't on this list.
yeah, same. Honestly, I don't know when he was drafted, but I think it was the late 90s.
Yeah, he was in the 90s.
Can I get an Allen Iverson? Is that crazy to say?
Allen Iverson is not crazy to say. He's number 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm getting really annoyed at myself that I can't find the Stat Moose page, the website, but like I do have the top 15 in front of me right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. So you're missing.
How was LeBron not on this list? By the way, that's crazy.
I mean, I guess on the Cavs, he wasn't like diamond up like that. Plus, he has 3 years out of the league.
Yeah, I mean, but still. Is Dwayne Wade on this list, Chris?
He's not.
Okay.
I mean, he also has 3 years out, but
Is Kobe?
dude,
Kobe is number. He's not here, but he's number 12.
Okay. I was just
yeah,
thinking.
from usage.
Yeah.
Is Gilbert Arenas on the list? I feel like that's a bad guess.
No.
I was thinking him.
By the way, Tony Parker's number 19. LeBron's number 21. I finally have it open. Jesus Christ. Chris
Okay.
Paul 25. Do you guess anyone else that's outside? Just outside? No, I don't think so. Okay, let's see. So So you have a guy here who's known for his defense. You have a guy here, mostly known for his scoring, I'd say. Number 3, I'm shocked about. Not gonna lie.
Is Gary Payton on this list?
Gary Payton's number 9 on the list.
Okay, he crossed my mind. And
Yeah.
What
So
were the
you're
other
missing-
hits? Known for his defense, and then what did you say?
Well, known for more so scoring. So you're missing number 3, 5, 6, and 10. Number
More known for his scoring.
So number 10 is still he's not. I'm trying to think about this without like spoiling it. He still has a job in the NBA today. Number 10.
A job. Interesting way to phrase that. I mean, if it's like Chris Paul is 40, there's no way this guy's active.
He might be a coach.
Yeah, well,
Not just any coach. He's not. You notice how you didn't put a word in front of that. He's a coach, but
He's not a head coach. I mean, you said no Chauncey Billups, right? Sam Cassell on this list?
well, Sam Cassell's number 10. But yeah, Chauncey Billups is. I did say Billups. Bill's number 8. Yeah, Sam Cassell's number 10.
Okay.
Yes. Sam Cassell's number 10. Yeah. So
Elite bench coach Sam
yeah, that
Cassell.
was so gettable. I don't know why we didn't say that.
now we got you got three more. I think of a hint for
Andre
number 3.
Miller?
Andre Miller's number 3.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
I knew there was somebody in there.
This might be a bad guess.
Okay.
When did Steve Francis play?
Steve Francis. I feel like I saw him. He's number 18 on the list.
Okay.
That's pretty good. No, he
Yeah.
played in the 2000s. I just thought.
Yeah.
the
Yeah, I didn't know if
scoring-
he played all of the 2000s or not.
So we're still missing the scoring guy? The guy you said is more known for scoring?
Yeah.
T-Mac?
T-Mac is number 17 on the list.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
that would have been crazy.
Let's see. So this guy, he's no. I'm pretty sure he's like known to be involved. He not responsible, but like involved in the story of one of the bigger conspiracies of all time.
Jason Terry.
No.
That had nothing to do with what you just said, but
Biggest conspiracy of all time.
in the NBA, not like
Yes. Yeah. With
it's like
more specific-
Moon
9/11.
landing. JFK.
NBA conspiracy.
NBA conspiracy. I think of like Jordan forced retiring, Ewing, draft. I mean, it would have to be in the 2000s. Oh, that would be the Kings, Lakers
Jason
series.
Williams.
no. He's
Mike
number
Bibby.
11. Yeah, Mike Bibby is number 6.
Okay.
Bibby. We should
Jason
have got
Williams is
Bibby.
number 11 though. And
Jason Williams is number 11. Damn, they have two
Yeah.
in the top 11.
And number 5 is one of the most polarizing players of his time for sure. I would say when I think of this player, I think he's kind of like he's like the classic player where like all like the old heads say like oh, he has all the talent in the world, but like he doesn't have the intangibles.
Like he doesn't have the mentality.
Yeah. So much to the fact that he left the league, he left the NBA and played it overseas and stayed there.
I'm lost on this one. What number is he?
Number 5. You're not gonna lie, this is crazy. You guys haven't gotten this one yet.
Really?
He left
of
the NBA?
Lots of our friends are fans of this team.
The Knicks?
Yeah.
I mean, like Malik Beasley, but I mean, not Malik Beasley, Mike Beasley, but it's not him.
No. He plays overseas. He played overseas for a little bit after a few years.
We are so dumb for this. 2000s Knicks. They like weren't
2006 point guards. Come on, guys.
Stephon Marbury?
Stephon Marbury is it closes up the list.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
Probably
was
should have got that.
yeah, probably should have gotten that. But I do think of him as like a 2. Like I think of him as a scorer.
You think? Yeah.
I shouldn't, but that's just that's my worst excuse that I can think of.
Yeah, that's okay. All right, so
Damn, we kind of struggled on that one a little bit.
that's okay. Yeah. We've had some. We've been worse, but that's okay. So, all right. So now, yeah, you struggled on that one, but yeah, I'll figure that I'll Tyler toss you a bone to close it out for us. Obviously, Matt, you can help if you want to, but both of you, can you tell me the top 10 leader in all-time Oklahoma City Thunder points? Oklahoma City
You know
Thunder.
what's funny? Before I came on here, I was like, that they're gonna ask me that. I didn't look it up, but I knew that was gonna be asked.
Yep.
Okay,
Alright.
so Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yes.
Russ, KD,
Check.
Gary Payton, Sean Kemp.
No, they're not Thunder.
Just Thunder.
Oh, so just under. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like this better.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
SGA is number 3.
James Harden might still be there.
James Harden just misses the list if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Honestly, Lou Dort might be there.
Harden's number 12, by the way. Harden's number 12. Jordan is number 6.
Nice. Thinking who's been there? Who's there for a little bit?
Is Nick Hollis in there?
Nick Collison's number 11.
Oh, damn it. That would have been so
Is
cool.
Serge Ibaka there?
Serge Ibaka's number 4.
Nice. Steven Adams?
Steven Adams number 5.
I was gonna guess it. Nice.
Okay, cool. How about
I mean, like Jalen Williams isn't there right yet, right?
Jalen Williams number 7.
Oh, no.
wow.
Right? Yeah.
That is
A lot of
shocking.
scoring. A lot of scoring.
Yeah.
So how many were we missing?
Number 8, 9, and 10.
8, 9, 10.
All right, Paul George isn't there, right?
Paul George is number 8.
Oh,
Dude, holy smokes.
They're a young franchise, and,
I'm not
Paul
gonna
George,
guess it.
Paul George in 2019 was also playing at probably his best regular season.
yeah.
How about Jeremy Lamb?
Jeremy Lin is not in the top 15.
I just wanted to shout him out.
Let me think of Thunder players. That would help. I thought of Thunder players.
Dude, is Mello there?
No Melo isn't there.
Well, Paul George, you never know. I'd like to get this with no hints, ideally.
Yeah. I mean, like Andre Robertson isn't there, right? He was there for a couple years.
He's not.
Okay, good.
Is Aaron Wiggins there?
No, but he's number 14.
Okay, because he's just been there for a while. Which
So
is
who-
like 4 years, which is crazy that's a while. But
Who was on the team with like Chris Paul? It was like Chris Paul, SGA, Lou Dort in the bubble. Is there anyone else that was there for a while? Steven Adams.
it was all those young guys by that point. Like it was
Yeah.
like Krejci, Darius Baisley,
Poku.
Poku.
I don't think they're on the
Yeah,
list.
Poku might have been the year after. Yeah, no, I don't think so either. What about Reggie Jackson?
Not on the list.
Damn.
Thunder.
I don't want to just like spew answers out. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Enos Kanter, did he make it?
He's number 13.
It's a young franchise. It's young.
Yeah, the fact that Enos Kanter.
I mean, like Kendrick Perkins can't be on this list.
No, he's not.
Okay, good.
You guys got number 1 through 8 and 11 through 14. So you're missing 9, 10, and 15. Like other ones that I've written down.
What about
I mean, like
Cephalosha?
Not on the list.
Chet's not on here either, too.
No,
Yeah, right.
No. Yeah,
Okay.
injured.
He's just missed too much time.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine Chris Paul's here after one season. Now I'm thinking back to those
The
who was
baby
a
Thunder.
constant player from like the mid 2010s. I feel like there was some camaraderie there, but who?
Who was on those Russ teams? It's like Russ, Adams,
I
Andre
mean,
Robertson.
Oladipo was there for 1 year. Sabonis was there for 1 year. You had God, I don't know if the 2017 team is really what we should be looking at. There was like Josh Houston.
What about like the baby Thunder, like the 2012 Thunder?
Yeah, Lamb, Perkins, like Nazi Muhammad. Wait, what about Jeff Green?
Jeff Green is number 9.
Okay,
Nice.
there we go.
Nice.
Good pull.
So we need 8 and 15.
10 and
Top
15.
10 and 15.
Oh, 10 and 15. Okay.
I didn't realize we were doing the top 15. I mean, I guess
No,
we
I
might.
think that was just because of us.
No, that's just me adding.
Oh, okay. What about Kevin Martin? Or is that Supersonics?
Not on the list, yeah.
That's Supersonics. Or Patrick Patterson stopped by for a bit. DJ Augustine stopped by for a bit.
DJ Augustine.
I wouldn't go that direction, by the way. Yeah. I would. Yeah. I
Did
would,
we get like were they drafted by the Thunder?
They were
Ooh, okay.
very pretty. Yeah. Relatively recently too.
Don't tell me it's Giddey.
It is Josh Giddey.
Whoa.
He crossed my mind a long time ago, but I was like, "There's no way." Is he number 10?
He's number 10. Yeah.
We try to go for 15.
Maybe. I don't. This guy may have been only there for 1 year. I could be wrong. It could be 2 years, but.
Well, he was drafted by them. I mean, he must have been there for. More than
No, I was talking number 15.
Number 15 was not drafted by them.
No, he was not. No. Furthest thing from drafted by them. He's played for a million teams before and since then.
Ish Smith.
No.
Nazi Muhammad.
I'm pretty sure that they've done the rainbow with him if they already haven't, or like.
Dennis Schroeder.
Dennis Schroeder's number 15.
Nice, good pull, dude. What a way to
Nice.
end it. That was beast.
Absolutely. Yeah, that one was less painful. That's but like that's bound to happen though.
Yeah.
I
No,
have a trivia question if we want to do one more, but if not, no worries.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do one more. Yeah. What else are we doing?
Cool.
You have 2 hours. I'm down to.
All right. So between the 2009 and 2010, between 2009 and the 2019 seasons, can you tell me who has made the most 3-pointers? Top 10.
Okay, so fire. Okay, so Steph Curry, James Harden, Klay Thompson.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Damian
3.
Lillard.
1, 2, 3, and then 7 you got.
Okay.
Dame was 7.
Okay, so are Kyle Korver, JJ Redick there? Probably not.
Kyle Korver is number 6. JJ Redick's number 4.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Up there.
That's interesting. Okay.
Buddy Hield.
No, Buddy Hield is not on this list.
Not enough
He
here.
is. It's not
Okay.
loading, but
You
Is
dropped him like
KD?
2017.
Katie's number 10.
Okay, that's good. Pull.
So you need 8, 9, and 5.
not Kawhi Leonard, right?
No.
Chris Paul. No.
Mm-mm.
Kyrie.
No, Kyrie's number 25.
Oh, okay.
That's not. Thank you for telling me that. That's not very good though.
So close if we were doing top
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
What's the other?
So 8, 9, and 5. You definitely should get Kobe. No, Kobe is not on this list.
No. Okay.
8 and 9 are very gettable. 5 is kind of tough.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry.
Kyle Lowry is number 9. Sorry, number 8. Great pull.
Yeah. Thank you.
Let's go through. Kemba.
No, Kemba is top 15.
Okay.
I think he was 13. I'm just looking up this one guy.
Paul George.
Paul George is number 9.
Okay.
Nice. Not Jimmy. Nick, Jimmy's no. There's no. He's number 5, right?
Yeah, I was
Butler?
going through those drafts.
Yeah. Let's see.
So
Yeah, I'm going through teams, but not really working in my favor. I don't think.
We're missing number 5, right?
Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to pull it up, but Chris's iPad is frozen.
Yeah.
Is Melo a crazy shout?
It's not him.
Don't even tell me where he is. I wanna know.
I can't tell you. The list is not on right now.
Yeah.
All right, we're back.
Okay. So I'm frozen. Jeez. No way. It's Kevin Love, right?
No.
No.
Oh,
no.
that would be so sick. if
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
This guy, it's like crazy that this guy is number 5, by the way.
Vince
Was he
Carter.
ever an All-Star?
This guy was never an all-star.
Never an All-Star. Okay.
He played on, let's see, he played for 15 years in the NBA from 2009 to 2023, 2024. He played on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
No.
8 teams.
8 teams. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, 8 teams.
Yeah. He averaged the most points. Do you want me to tell you what team he averaged the most points on or no?
Eric Gordon?
No, great shout though. I think he was
PJ Tucker.
no. Eric Gordon was number 12 on this list. Kemba
Oh,
was
wow.
number 14.
That would have been amazing.
Oh damn,
Um,
he didn't play for that.
PJ Tucker was 212th on this list.
Where's
Guys,
Russ?
I don't know if you guys are gonna get this. This is a ridiculous.
Okay, so we retired in 2023.
Oh, now we have to get it. You can't say that.
No, that's what you said earlier, right? What would you say, Matt? What would you say, Matt?
I don't think you're gonna get it. Like I would not get this at all.
We have to.
Okay. Damn it.
2009.
He got drafted. Yeah, he was
Not Jeff Teague, right? No,
not Jeff
he
Teague.
made an All-Star game.
Curry, Harden, Blake.
Patrick Beverly.
No.
I don't know. You
Off
said
the court issues aside, Patrick Beverly is still not on this list.
It's not like Ryan Anderson, right?
No, he's on the list though. Let me see where he is.
Oh, I just thought of him because Eric Gordon.
Ryan Anderson's number 15.
Oh, Trevor Ariza.
No, number 11.
Damn it.
Oh my gosh, that
would have been
Rockets team.
amazing. Oh.
That's crazy.
Damn, you guys have gotten 1 through 15
Wait.
besides number 5.
Okay, why don't you say yeah? Like, did you answer who scored the most points per game on?
Wait, I don't know. We need that. Do we need that?
Okay, I won't say it yet. I could say that. You want me to tell you like one thing? Like
Jay Crowder.
no.
Crowder.
Was he not? Was he not drafted?
I was about to say Brooke Lopez, but then you brought up the 2023 thing. So,
This guy wasn't drafted?
I'm trying to look right now if he was.
Nikola Mirotic, if we're talking.
Holy shit, that would be insane.
It's not Mirotic.
Jody Meeks.
Marcus Morris.
That's not a terrible call.
Not
Bradley.
Marcus Morris. Not Avery Bradley.
I know it's not even Bradley. I was just listening over random Celtics role players now.
Bradley's not a terrible call either, though. It's gonna be one of those wings, man. Joe
Is it?
Ingles.
Joe Ingles still playing.
It's not a wing. It's not a wing.
No.
No, not necessarily. I don't think he wants to insert.
It's a wing. He's a
Okay.
wing.
Ooh, but like you had to think about it.
Yeah.
8 teams. I mean, we're bound
You
to
gotta think
land
he's-
on one of the teams if we just.
You gotta think he's like a 3-4, like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". No. Okay. Oh, so he's lower. Okay, so point guard to a wing. Okay, so
It's like arguably a 1. Okay.
Jason Terry, no. He was you were talking much earlier than 2023.
Yeah. All right, maybe give us the points per game.
All right.
That's
He
cool.
made this guy most points per game was 15.9 on the Portland Trailblazers. Do you want me to give you the year?
CJ McCollum?
No.
That would be. He's an all-star. Damn it.
I don't think he's been an all-star.
He's
CJ
never been an
McCollum.
all-star. Yeah.
Well, has he not? Oh,
No.
Yeah.
I totally would have thought he was. He's on the Blazers.
Blazers. Okay.
Fucking Al-Farouq
He
Aminu.
played most seasons on the Blazers.
Is it, that might be it, Tyler? Is it? Is it not?
No,
No,
it's not Al-Farouq Aminu.
Plays most seasons with the Blazers too.
Yeah, he played 5 years on the Blazers.
Okay.
Never been an all-star. What?
Oh, there's someone there. Like I might be tapping out on this if I'm being honest.
When was he on the Blazers?
He was on the Blazers from 2011. Sorry, hold on one
I
second.
figured that's what you were.
He's on the Blazers from 2010, 2011 to 2014, 2015. He made his debut with the Utah Jazz. Played their first season, then went to the Blazers, and then went to the Dallas Mavericks for 2 years.
Alan Crabb.
No, I like the shot though. And then he was a Milwaukee Buck. And then he was a Los Angeles Laker, back to a Milwaukee Buck, and ended his career in the Hawks.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy that we don't know this.
He
16
played-
games is pretty good.
He played the Celtics in the playoff series when Tatum dropped 46 in Game 6, Chris. I believe he started some of those games.
Wesley Matthews.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Let's go! Come on!
Great poll. Yeah, that's
Wesley Matthews hit 1,555
That is
threes in that
crazy.
decade.
That makes total sense. Dude, that's
Oh
all
my
he did.
god!
He plays a ton of games too. His nickname's the
He does
Iron
play a
Man.
ton of games. Oh my god!
I would have never gotten that.
Damn, good
It's
poll.
funny.
That makes
When I think of Wesley Matthews, actually, the one game that I think of is in 2019, actually, when the Celtics played the Pacers, and they like the big run, and then Celtics took the lead because I think Tatum hit a corner three, and then Wesley Matthews chucked up like a random three, and then that led to Gordon Hayward's layup. So that's what I think. Yeah, for whatever reason, I think it's one of my favorite games that I watched in that season because that was it was like the peak of the moment was that one. But
I think of his mean tweet segment on Jimmy Kimmel when they called him a fat ass, and he was like, "I'm fucking 6% body fat." He took it like really seriously.
that's really fun. All right, so yeah, that was
an NBA player. We know.
Yeah, that was a great ending. Yeah. The Thunder would have been good. That was a good ending too.
Yeah, great one.
Yeah, I looked at the top 10 and I saw Wesley Matthews. I'm like, I'm totally asking this question.
And it's 2010s. It's gettable. Like we watched that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Usually I post like some of the top 10s for like this one. Like I'm gonna find out how to fast forward like when we were going through this. Like they were going through the certain ones. I'm gonna have to
Put like Jeopardy music or something over it.
Yeah. All right. So this was an awesome episode. Ty, thanks again for coming on such short notice, Matt. Always
Of course,
a pleasure.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, obviously, someone up to comment. Where's Fluence? Oh yeah, This is All American Hoops. Yeah, NBA Max is on Wednesday nights. All American Hoops is Thursday nights. But yeah, for the person that asked in the comment section. So, be sure to check us out on Thursday nights. Obviously 8 p.m. We're back and doing this regularly now. But other than that, be sure to follow me on all social media platforms at American Hooper on TikTok and on Instagram at American Hooper on Twitter. Be sure to check out my column on primedonesportstalk.com. I'm back every other week posting my top 10 in power rankings per team. I feel like there's one more thing. Oh yeah, check me out on Wednesday nights on this channel for NBA Max with Sports Fluence, Ori B from Hoop Social, and Jalen Carter Music. This has been another episode of the American Hoops Podcast. I'm Chris Driscoll. Until next time, keep grinding and stay hooping. Have a good night.